Hello again, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Bitter Sports Network. Today is Monday, February 28th, and I've had jury duty all day. Not good. Not good. But anyways, today we're going to talk to you a little bit about spring training and maybe a few teams like the Rangers and what's going on with the Nationals and a little bit about the Braves because we're all worried about the Braves. I know I am, even though I'm wearing a Nationals hat. But that's all right. I'll explain that to you later. But for now, I just want you to sit back, relax, and we're going to start you out with what we call the baseball quote of the day. Hope you enjoyed that quote, and we're going to move on and talk a little bit about the Washington Nationals. And Nationals, what are you doing? Why did you let Adam Dunn go? I mean, sure, he struck out 150 times, and he was mediocre first baseman. Uh, but, I mean, he at least provided runs for you, right? More than anybody else on the team? I would think so. And now you signed Jason Worth to a ridiculous contract that he ain't worth. I mean, yes, he's a good outfielder, but you just seem like you always want to be mediocre. And even though you're in the Braves division, which I love because they like to beat up on you all the time, and I mean, so does everybody else. But I just don't understand why you think you're going to get better by taking all your good players, all your strong bats, and just getting rid of them. I mean, you got Bryce Harper, who doesn't even want to play there anyways. And, I mean, goodness, he had 0 hits today. I mean, that's as many hits as I've had in the major league. 0. And he's your best prospect? I mean, give me a break, Nationals. That's just ridiculous. Sorry about that little blow up there. Um, Now, I guess I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Tampa Bay Rays, if you couldn't tell that already. Now, they lost a lot of players, a lot of starters, and the face of the franchise, Carl Crawford, to free agency. But I really don't think that's going to affect them too much. I mean, maybe a little bit, but they got so many young players that I think they've upgraded other than Manny Ramirez. I mean, Manny being Manny. What's that all about? Sucking? That's just truth. But anyways, other than that, I mean, they got a new catcher. They got a new shortstop. Then they got a new designated hitter and outfielder. And really, I mean, I won't go into details because a lot of them are no-name people that you probably haven't heard of because I haven't even heard of some of them. But I think they'll be a contender here in a couple of years. I mean, the Red Sox have signed some ridiculous talent, and the Yankees have no pitching. But I mean, CC Sabathia is it, and he's got New York in his own grasp, but he can get whatever he wants out of them. So, but that's pretty much it. And I won't blow up because you know what? I'm a fan because I hate the Red Sox and I hate the Yankees. I really hate the Yankees, but eh, I think they're good, and so look for the Tampa Bay Rays to be probably third in the division this year, but look for them to rise real soon. So hopefully they can be a little bit better because they say that's why you play the game. And let's move on. Now we're going to get into a team that I really like, the Atlanta Braves. Them's my boys. But, I mean, they had a disappointing end to their season last year. They lost to the eventual World Series champions, Giants, who honestly, they should have beat. I mean, Tim Lincecum was really good, but other than that, I mean, it was nothing but pitching, and they could have had some offense. I mean, if Martin Prado would have been around, that would have been nice. But anyways, they got a lot of questions this year. I mean, they have Chipper Jones coming back from a knee injury, and he's coming back pretty fast, and I mean, we need him to be pretty strong for his age. And I just don't know if he can last all season. They signed also Dan Ugla, who hopefully can keep up his power hitting, but needs to work on his fielding. I mean, needs to work on his fielding. I could probably feel better than that fool. But anyways, I gotta like him because even though he was a Marlin, I mean, he's now a Brave, and so let's go Braves. And Freddie Freeman, I mean, he was on the SI cover. with Jason Hayward, and I mean, take what you want out of that one. But that's putting a lot of stock in a first base rook. But hopefully, I mean, hopefully he'll be all right and he'll do well, and we won't have to use Brooks Conrad. That's just my main goal for the season. If we don't have to use him, that would be great. But anyways, that's really the update on the Braves. They tied in their first spring training game, and yeah, that usually doesn't happen in baseball, but in spring training, which is a total different universe, as Bone says, then yeah, they tied. But anyways, hopefully we'll hear more from them. And for now, let's move on. And now we're going to talk about the epic, the biggest, hugest Sizzler fan that used to be in the major leagues, who thinks he knows something about the major leagues, who loves to eat and do nothing but ride on a bus and talk ridiculous stuff, John Kruk. That's right. That man is huge, and thus he's got the hamburger. And I mean, he looks like he's been eating this burger right here probably 8,000 times. And I mean, his knowledge of baseball, sure, he's okay, I guess. But I mean, he's just he's so annoying. He once said, I mean, and this was on Sports Center, that he wanted the Cardinals to sign Pujols to a 30-year deal. Pujols would be 60 years old, John Kruk. Do you not see that? I mean, sure, you could only play till you were, you had knee problems and you wanted to go to the Sizzler every night. And, I mean, you even retired midway into a game because you had your last bat and then you were like, oh, I need the Sizzler. I need a burger or something because I'm so fat. And, I mean, goodness, if you want to crown the man, then crown him. Oh, John Kruk, I just wish sometimes that you would be quiet and just, you know what? I don't even want to talk about you anymore. You just upset me so much. So, yes, maybe I'm bitter about you, and maybe you are a better baseball player than I'll ever be. And, I mean, but, and look, I am not the beacon of health. I mean, I enjoy my own hamburger too. A good hamburger is delicious, but I never claimed to be a professional athlete either. And even though you wrote your book, I'm not a professional athlete, I'm a baseball player, you made money, right? That's professional. Well, I never made money. So stop eating the hamburgers and stop and get out of the Sizzler before you get yourself in trouble. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed some bitter ranting. I mean, we are the Bitter Sports Network. And feel free to drop me a comment here or send an email to bittersportsnetwork@gmail.com if you disagree with me, agree with me. If you love John Kruk, I mean, I'm sure some of you do, and you probably like hamburgers too. But anyways, be sure to subscribe to the page, and we'll be seeing you around.